Welcome to Easy Time Solutions video training series over the Easy Clocking Time and Attendance System. Session 3 here, we're dealing primarily with information that is going to get us set up, ready to export our time card information to the payroll system. This session we're going to address managing the time card just before we would prepare this to review. All the functions we'll talk about today can be done at any point in time before the end of the pay period. So let's take a look at the time card and see what sort of information we need to manage before we can approve this. In order to get there, your screen should default to Dashboard, Time Cards, and then we'll select the employee that we wish to work with. From here, we can take a look at the entirety of the time card. Note also at the bottom that there are 2 pages here, so we can jump from 1 to 2 to manage all of the time that is available that someone has worked. First, we want to double check our time in and time out. If Eric is supposed to be clocking with a computer and we see these manual adjustments, we may want to go back and take a look at the notes and find out exactly why these have been done in a manual fashion. Likewise, if he's supposed to be logging in a certain method and we now see the mobile phone, if that has not been approved, why is he logging with a mobile phone? If it has been approved, we can find out where he was logging in and why he was using the mobile device as opposed to his preferred method of using the computer. Once we have gone through and made sure that all of our times are accounted for, we can then go over and take a look at specific overtime situations. Here on the 22nd, we see that Eric worked from 9 to 10 a.m., and yet he's being counted for 4 hours of overtime, indicating that this has actually been used as a service call-in with a guaranteed minimum number of hours. On the 23rd, we see that there are a variety of times that have been clocked in and clocked out. Several of these have been related to a specific job code. However, they are out of shift. This out of shift would need to be approved. As a note for out of shift approval, make sure that all of your other adjustments have been made prior to approving out of shift. If you find that you cannot undo an approval of out of shift for whatever reason that may happen, come down to the bottom to the dark gray bar and click on the Approve Out of Shift button right next to OOS. This will allow you to adjust the out of shift for the entire period. This will also allow you to unapprove for the entire period. As we scroll down, we see that we have an hourglass here, indicating that no schedule was actually created for August 30th, and that this time, in fact, needs to be approved if it has actually been worked. Once all of our adjustments have been made to the time card, we can then move on to the approval of the time card. Please see the next video on this page in order to see the approval of the time card.